Nothing can stop me.
Should I do your famous intro?
Do it.
Good morning, Vietnam.
Good morning. Good afternoon and good evening.
Good afternoon and good evening. I would say I'm probably the host today, right?
You're the host.
I'm Jason.
You're running the show.
I'm running the show. I'm Jason Mantione in Boca Raton, Florida at M-Bank. And I am here with my co-host,
Mayer Dallal.
And
we have a very good friend of ours now joining us here.
So we have a very special guest today. We have one of our clients, Mr. Sandro Presta. I met a few months ago, and he is here today. He's going to explain his experience from the first day we got on the phone, how we got on the phone, and his total experience with M-Bank and where he is now. Introducing Sandro Presta.
He's a Canadian who bought
in Dallas, Texas.
An investor, Sandro Presta. Sandro's a Canadian citizen. He was looking to invest and get out of the turmoil that's happening in Canada. He found us. He was introduced to us. And now, Sandro, you can take over from there.
Thank you guys for bringing me on. And I really appreciate everything you guys have done. My story begins about 3 months ago now.
About that.
When I came out here, I've been friends with my buddy Anthony for over 25 years. And we just talked back and forth and tried to tell him how things are going. I got a realtor to figure out which areas are good. The problem was, being a Canadian citizen, it's not easy to get a mortgage in the States. There's no credit history.
It's horrible. If you don't know the track, like you said, forget it. But why'd you choose Dallas? That's a question that I want to understand.
So originally we were supposed to move to West Palm Beach, Florida, because I have a lot of my friends there, to be honest with you. But my wife saw an Instagram commercial of Dallas. This was in February. She didn't want to go to Florida because of the hurricanes and all that. She was afraid of that. So I said, okay, fine. Where do you want to go? What do you want to check out? So she saw this thing. She goes, did you ever go check out Texas before? I said, I've never been there before in my life. And she goes, okay, go ahead for 1 week. Let me know how it is.
So she sent you there scouting investment opportunities so you guys can invest your money in Texas without knowing anything other than she saw an ad.
Yeah, she saw a thing saying visit Dallas. And I'm like, I never thought of it. I always heard about Texas, but I never thought of going out there and check it out. So I did. I was completely lost when I got there.
It's huge where to invest and what to do, especially you're not an investor by trade. What do you do for a living?
I'm in the construction industry. I have a mechanical and structural welding company. I was very successful in Toronto, and I've been doing that for 26 years on my own for 8 years. I never did investing like this, so it was new to me, very new.
But you did well enough where you were able to parlay your money that you've made into an investment in the States, because you realized making money in Canada is not happening.
Not a chance. In Canada, to invest anything here, you're going to lose your shirt, your pants, your shoes, everything. The housing market just doesn't make any sense. You can't buy a home here and figure out that you're going to be able to make a profit one day, because the entire economy is just tanking.
Yeah. It's hard, especially when you don't have the rental controls and everything like that. That's the way like Florida and Texas has. There you can stop paying rent and they don't care. It's similar to New York, California.
That's right. Actually, I just saw recently about tenants. So any tenant now in Canada, a person that is renting there, they have more rights, and they can literally just stay there and not pay for years.
Yeah.
Wow.
It doesn't matter anymore. Nobody wants to get into that kind of business.
So you went to Texas, you went to Dallas, you got completely lost.
Yeah.
Everything is huge there. There's nothing that...
Everything's bigger in Texas.
Did you buy boots when you were there at least?
Yes. I got bull hide boots. Bull hide. Apparently the guy said, he goes, buy bull hide because it lasts longer. They're better quality.
So
okay.
Are you the only cowboy in Toronto right now?
Yes. Italian cowboy.
Yeah.
Italian cowboy. So you met Jason through your friend, Anthony? Got it.
Yeah.
So you found the property, you found the realtor, but then you realized that was the easy part.
Yes, that was a little easy and not easy, because finding a good realtor was pretty hard, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I did find a good realtor, and he's fantastic, stayed on the ball with me, but he was trying to find lenders, and he was trying to help me with that. No luck. Every single bank, every single third or second lender saying absolutely not. So then I called Anthony and I expressed my concern. I was like, I'm having some real issues here. I don't know what to do. Do you have any ideas? He goes, leave it with me. I'm like, okay, I'll leave it with you. How long am I going to leave it with you? He's give me until later on. I'm going to make a connection. So he did. And within half an hour of talking, he hooks me up with Jason. Yeah. So I talked to Jason and I hit it off right away because he's Italian too, which was great. And we were just chit chatting, talking, and the entire thing just went smooth like that. And he goes, okay, let's do this. Leave it with me. Within 24 hours, I got a conventional mortgage.
You got a pre-approval for a conventional mortgage.
Yes, pre-approval. Yes, in 24 hours.
So explain that process because it's very important for people to understand. And I'm going to explain what the traditional process is to get a regular mortgage. For all intents and purposes, someone in the United States looking to buy with a social security number needs 2 years of tax returns, pay stubs. If you're self-employed, you need business and personal tax returns, bank statements, and you need to show your social security number. Then you can look to qualify. And they basically ask you 1,000 questions, pigeonhole you into this little box. And then with you, you didn't have a social.
Yep.
No U.S. credit. No U.S. income. All you had was money that you could put as a down payment.
Correct.
And a home that the rent covered the mortgage.
Correct.
And a dream of being an investor.
Correct. When I started the whole thing, to get a social was impossible. To get a driver's license, impossible. To get a bank account, let alone just a bank account, was extremely hard. And I took 38 banks to find a bank that would open up a bank account for me.
Even we who try to have a full loop of services for our clients have very much had challenges with different banking institutions to open online banks, to not require you to be there, to not require a significant amount of deposit on hand to do that. So it's a challenge. And then for you to navigate Texas, especially, who's considered to be one of the more conservative in the States, and on top of that, to be in Toronto the whole time, trying to figure it out, trying to navigate it. I commend you because it takes a lot of internal fortitude to push forward. And when you say 38 banks, I'm sure you're not kidding because it was legit a battle. And you have to call everyone and ask what happens because you're not the only one that has gone through this. So after we gave you the pre-approval, then what happened?
Then after that, that beautiful PDF that I got was great because then I sent it right to the realtor and he said, golden, let's go. We went and just smooth sailing to get the house.
I mean, I know we had some challenges along the way with the company, with the seller. We had to jump through some hoops, but that wasn't on you and that wasn't on us. It was more of dealing with the seller. We worked well with your realtor. He was a good guy, and we were able to navigate a lot of the challenges getting seller concessions and different things. Through this journey, you learned a lot. But if you were to give advice to Canadians that are looking to invest and maybe 6, 8, 12, 14, 18 months down the road, eventually move here, what would you suggest? What would be the roadmap, if you will, of what to do?
So in any journey, you'd have to get a lawyer, I'll be honest, and you'd have to get reliable people on your side to be able to trust with a lot of information, a lot of your time, because what I learned was a lot of my time got wasted because I talked to the wrong people and went down the wrong paths. Time is something that once you lose it, it's gone. It took a long time to get the right people. And when I did,
you're holding it like this now.
Oh, more than you can possibly imagine.
Yeah, but you still have to be in Toronto. You have to be working, generating money. Right. You can't be in the States traveling for 2 months talking to people that are wasting your time. Time is of the essence, and you don't want to waste any of it.
I'm sure you found a lot of people that represented a lot of things, but when it came down to it, couldn't produce.
I'd say maybe 90% of them, yes.
What are the red flags to share with our listeners about what to look for and stuff like that? Because so many people go through this and there isn't enough information and there's such a lack of knowledge of what's available, especially in terms of financing. The financing ties it all together. Without
That's
the
right.
financing, you can have the dream team of dream teams, but if that component's missing, the likelihood of closing a deal is much harder.
I'd say the red flags is when people continuously say, I can do this for you and I can do that for you, and produce absolutely nothing at the end. You wasted all this time because you put that trust in that person that says they can just leave it with me and I'll do this for you. And then time passes and you're like, you call and oh no, nothing. Why didn't you help me out? It was just the amount of people would give you these false hopes. And that's the red flags you have to watch out for, because there's going to be a ton of them out there. They want some business, but they just don't know how to get around it. You're wasting your time and they don't care about your time.
Yeah.
That's what I learned. They don't care.
So when Jason told you leave it with me, were you thinking, oh, this is another one of those stories?
No, because I trust Anthony. And because I trust Anthony and we have a good friendship, when he puts his name out there and gives his extended handout, he's not doing that because of any bad vibes out there. He's basically saying, look, leave it with me. Trust me. This guy can do it. So I trusted him. So I knew there was something there that could happen. And he was right.
After 24 hours, you got your pre-approval and you're like, wow, holy shit, this is actually real.
Like when that happened, I was like, I went to get a drink. I was celebrating.
Did you tell your wife?
Oh, she was shocked. She was shocked.
Because she's seen all of the heartache, and I call it the Boulevard of Broken Dreams.
Yeah, because she was expecting me to call and say nothing. So she's, let me guess, nothing. I'm like, oh, we got it. We got the pre-approval. And she's like, are you effing me? And I'm like, no. So I sent it to her and she's, oh my God. It was a big relief. And then green light from there, pretty much, which was incredible, honestly.
That's awesome. I'm sure you have a lot of wisdom that you've gained that you can help a lot of people. How do people get in touch with you to help them if there is an opportunity for them? We can help them with the financing. Obviously, you can give you all our information, but
I think there's going to be a part 2.
Oh, there's going to be a part 2. But for right now, how do they get in touch with you?
So I've actually started a TikTok page 28 days ago. Never thought I'd go on this dancing blah, blah, blah stuff, but it ended up actually being very informative and exposure, and people get to see more of TikTok. So I started saying how the moving to another country or to invest into a new country, the pitfalls and how to do them right. I made this TikTok called Italiano Americano.
Say that in English for our English listeners.
Italiano Americano.
There you go. Like ricotta.
I made that because I thought, okay, I don't know any name. I just thought, I'm not going to put my name. I just put this out and start talking to people, explaining to them the pitfalls of what not to look for and what to look for and how to be able to invest and try to get out here. It blew up. It's been blowing up. In 28 days, over 75,000 views.
That's impressive.
So that means you're going to start referring a lot of clients to Jason.
Absolutely.
So Jason, how do they get in touch with you?
So they can get in touch with me at jason@mbank.com. That's my email. You can reach me on my cell and anytime, 631-620-1323. And I'm also on Instagram at jthebroker. Social media, email, phone. I'm out there. I can do for you what I've done for Sandro. Like I said, foreign national Canadians, it's not a hard program. If you want to invest, if you want to grab a property in the States, give me a call, shoot me an email, let me know.
And it's not just purchases. It's also people who own properties here who want to take money out. We can help them with that too.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Thank you for your time, Sandro. Appreciate it. God bless.
Thank you.
Sandro.
Thank you.
Nothing can stop me. I'm all the way up.